downtown, and guess what? It's pouring rain. So, guys, I'm going to have to figure out something else to show you this week because I am not going out in this. Also, guess I'll just stay home and do some sort of video for you guys. Let's do that. Well, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel, JoKnows Adventure. And as you can tell, I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do. So it started pouring rain and I just didn't want to get out in it. And it's not too good of weather right now out today. So I'm just really stuck with trying to figure out something for you guys. So I decided that I'm going to tell you the best way, or let's see, how I chose my Alaska cruise that's coming up. And maybe a few pointers will help you when you're making a decision whether to make your own trip to Alaska, or if you have another trip coming up, just how to choose a trip. But mostly I'm concentrating on Alaska. So I've made some little points here because you know I can't just go off the cuff. So actually, I might be going in different directions here, but first of all, choosing a cruise to go to Alaska. I'm going to talk about Norwegian because, of course, that's the ship that I prefer right now at this time in my cruising explorations. So this is coming up, my cruise coming up in September to Alaska. This will be my 4th trip to Alaska. So this trip coming up, I will be going on the Norwegian Joy, and it's a 9-day. So I'm going to tell you the process of what this was. And first, let's talk about the difference between the Alaska cruises and Caribbean cruise. Caribbean cruise is mostly sand and sun. You're in your swimsuits and shorts, and you're going on the excursions, margaritas and palm trees and lots of sun. But when you're going to Alaska, you're mostly going for the scenery. You're going up there, the weather is colder, and you dress in different when you're going there. You dress in layers. I'm sure you've heard everybody talk about dressing in layers. So you want to decide when you're going up to Alaska, one, you know the weather, and two, deciding what part of the year you want to go in. Typically, cruises, there's a land and sea cruise for Alaska, which means they maybe start up in Whittier and they do a train up to a lodge in Denali. Then you come back down and do a 7-day cruise down to Vancouver. And that's typically a one-way. There's a one-way going north and there's a one-way going south. And then there's also the round trips. The round trips are from Seattle. The round trips are from Vancouver. So it just depends on what kind of cruise you're expecting. When I booked this cruise, I had a goal in mind because I was very disappointed when I went on my last cruise because Norwegian changed their port in Ketchikan. It used to be docking right there next to the pier. Well, Norwegian has their own cruise port now, which is Ward Cove, and it's probably about a 15-minute, 20-minute into the town of Ketchikan. So when we arrived there, we were only there from like, it got off the ship, I think it was like 8 o'clock, and had to be back on ship early, like 2. So you really don't have that much time. And not knowing how long, we chose the excursion where we went to the Totem Pole Park, and then we went to the Lumberjack Show. All very fine. The Totem Park was on one side, got on the bus, came all the way back into town for the Lumberjack Show, got back on the bus, and then back to the cruise ship. And don't get me wrong, Ward Cove is a very nice um, uh, port. It's man made for Norwegian. They have their own little like warehouse right in there where shopping is wonderful. And if I can, I might put some pictures in here of what I'm talking about. But that you don't have that much time in this you really neat town of Ketchikan. So then the other disappointment was when a cruise ship goes out of Seattle, they have to stop at if you go out of the United States, you have to stop in another foreign country. So they do this, and it's almost all the cruise ships do this by stopping at Victoria Island in the city of Vancouver, Canada. Well, they get there like at 8 o'clock, and if there's no delay, you're getting off at 9. This is your last night on the cruise, and your luggage has all got to be out by 11, and but you're going to get off the ship so you can go look at Vancouver. And a lot of people choose not to go even get off the ship because it's just such a short port stop. Well, when I chose this cruise, two things. I wanted to make sure I went to Glacier Bay National Park. Glacier Bay is a beautiful day long sail up, and you get to see glaciers. Um, the ship gets all the way up to Marjorie Glacier, which is at the end, and it does like a 360. So every part of the ship, they do it like 3 times, and then they go back and they get to see John Hopkins Glacier, and then it's called a blue glacier, and then it's just a full day of beautiful sailing. The sky is, even if it's cloudy, you're still seeing the mountain, and it's just gorgeous. And everybody that cruises Alaska will tell you, try to have your cruise ship go to Alaska, the Glacier Bay. So that being said, it's a full day there, but not all cruise ships can go to Glacier Bay. So when you're choosing it, you're going to either choose Princess, Holland America, Norwegian, and some of the other like Seabourn, Viking, and Cunard go up Glacier Bay. And even that, Glacier Bay only allows 2 ships at a time for that day. And it's just wonderful. And if it's your first time to go to Alaska, try to go on one of the ships that goes through Glacier Bay. You won't be disappointed in any of it. But also, you can go at the beginning of the season in May. You can go at the end of the season, September, and a little bit in October, I think. Or you can go in the middle. The middle is warmer weather. You get a little bit more outdoorsy feel. You can go out into the sun. The beginning is a lot of the shops aren't even open if you're going first ones out. But the cruising is cheaper on the bookend of your cruise. So anyway, if you're going for the first time, do the Glacier Bay. That's about the biggest advice I can give you for choosing your cruise. So of course, when I'm choosing this cruise, I choose my cruises almost a year and a half out. For example, I have Alaska cruise that I booked over a year ago. I have October cruise that I booked over a year ago. I have January cruise that I booked over a year ago, and so forth. So I really have 6 future cruises already, between coming up 2 more this year, 3 more next year, 1 more in 2027. So 2020, yeah, 2027. So I do that so that I have to pay on that cruise every month. And I also do that because before my final payment, several times I will call my cruise consultant and I have him check my cruise. Hey, for instance, hey Ralph, is that cruise, the one to Alaska, has the price been reduced yet? They check. Oh yeah, it's come down in price, and you can do that all the way up to before your final payment. So I was able to do that with this cruise. For I think I did it 3 times. It came down twice, um, and significant amount. I mean, it could be $200 a time you do that. So that's one way to do it because you're paying on it. Also, to make sure you have your travel insurance up to the point before your final payment, because when you do that, if anything happens, some emergency, you can also get your money back for that cruise, because you can cancel your cruise, but sometimes it's, if you don't have that insurance, canceling the cruise, you're only going to get a certain percentage back of your money that you put in. So that's another reason for me not to pay upfront with the whole amount of my cruise. And I've had to cancel a couple cruises. Matter of fact, I canceled the Alaska cruise because originally I was going to go in May, this last month, but I realized my granddaughter was graduating and the month of May was pretty full of her activities that I didn't want to miss out on. So I moved that cruise up to September. Easy peasy. Didn't cost me anything. Actually, it was a little bit cheaper. And there was the other thing too. It's a 9-day cruise. So the 9-day cruise tend to be cheaper than the 7-day cruise. Alaska is an expensive cruise anyway, but I did this. I took advantage of their offers of the second person flies free. I took advantage of the I think at the time it was 70% off. Um, they offer something all the time. Right now for Norwegian, it's $1,000 off any cruise, and they're doing that for the Father's Day weekend, and that ends in about 30 hours. So there's always something. It's either 50% off or second person 70% off or $1,000 off any cruise, which is really some good savings and enticing you to book your cruise. So anyway, the shoulder seasons are cheaper. Booking them way in advance is to your advantage. You can always ask to see if the price has gone down. Anyway, so I always look at if there's a special offered and if I have an opening for a month that I want to go on cruises. So I start looking, and I book that far in advance and where I want to go. But when you're looking at Alaska, you're going to have to look at the crowds, you're going to have to look at the itinerary, and you're going to have to look at the time that you want to go. So if you want to see more of the animals, around the May 1st of June timeframe, if you want to have more better weather, sunshiny, and that you're going in the summer months. And then in September, it's a little bit more cooler, less crowds because of school starting, and you have more of family, um, couples going or whatever. So, but one of my biggest complaints when I took the cruise 2 years ago was, like I said, the port stop in Ketchikan and the port stop in Vancouver were just short. So I'm going to throw in a picture of the times that we are in the Alaska cruise. Every port is a full day. So there's 2 sea days, gives you that chance to be able to take the time to get down to uh, Victoria. It's a full day in Victoria, so I'm not rushing to get off the ship at 9, rushing to pack my bags, rushing to get back on the ship. Um, so I'm planning to spend a whole day in Bouchard and see the Bouchard Gardens that's in Victoria, beautiful. So look at those itineraries and see the length and to see if it captures the ports that you want to see. So when it stops in Ward Cove, it's there all day. So it gives you the opportunity to go in that. So this cruise is also stopping in the Sitka, and so it's Juneau, Ketchikan, Skagway, Sitka, and Vancouver, Glacier Bay, and 2 sea days. So 9-day cruise. I'm really, really looking forward to it, and just to have those longer days and all the ports, not just Ketchikan or Victoria, but every port has a full day there. So that is good to me, and to be on the cruise ship Norwegian Joy and a balcony, just looking forward to it. So let's see if I can make sure I got all my points here. So, yep. So I'm back to booking a year or more, giving the down payment and making the payments every month towards that cruise. The full payments due usually on Norwegian 3 months before the sailing. You can book your shore excursions early, gives you an opportunity to start, because I'm a Latitudes member. I've been on many cruises. I have opportunity to book my my dining options earlier than other passengers. Um, just some of the benefits, and that on, and all cruise ships give you some sort of benefits. Royal Caribbean has different things that they offer, and that's a big ship. And um, not saying anything about either any of those ships. You just go with the best itinerary that you can choose, and if it includes Glacier Bay, you guys have got it made. Some of the ships go Icy Strait Point, which is at the tip of before you go up Glacier Bay. So you may not go up Glacier Bay. You hit Icy Strait Point, and then maybe Hubbard Glacier or Tracy Arm Fjord, um, which they're fine. I just see that the Glacier Bay, the rangers get on the ship with you. They set up a whole area, interactive area. You can turn on your TV, and the rangers are speaking through your TV if you're on the balcony, and it's just a beautiful opportunity to see the gorgeous Alaska mountains and snow. It's just you can't put words to it, and cameras don't do it justice, honestly. So um, anyway, I thought, like I said, this is a little different, just to say how I choose my cruise to, especially choose my cruise to Alaska, um, which is my next cruise coming up. And I'm doing this because I couldn't get downtown to show you something that I wanted to show you downtown. So stay tuned. I'll do something next week. I just, you know me, I like to get something for you guys every week. And speaking of, gosh, I'm getting those subscribers. You guys are all spreading the word. You're watching my videos all the way through. You're commenting. You're thumbs upping, and just I'm amazed at how I'm growing, and I'm so excited. I'm going to make that 1,000 subscribers by year end, and that's my goal. And you guys are helping me each day. I'm getting a couple more subscribers, and it's at my age I gotta take them when I can get them. So love you guys. I'm so glad you're on board with me. I hope this is something. If you have any questions, please comment below. if you have a suggestion of something that I may be able to do better, or you know, or even talk about, I would love to do that. Just um, like I said, I have so much information up here. I try to write it down, put it in my little book so that I can speak it to you guys. And I don't know. I'm going to have a good time on this cruise. You guys are coming along, whether you book your own cruise or follow along with me for all the prep and all the goodies. Come along. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got some information from that. Um, like I said, it was just something I needed to put together quickly for you guys to put it out there for tonight's video load. So I hope that whatever you're doing, I hope that you're having a good day, that you're being safe. And until next week, love you all. Bye bye.